The courtroom was silent except for the rhythmic ticking of the old wall clock. 28-year-old Marcus Ellison sat at the defense table wearing an orange jail uniform. His wrists were chained, his eyes fixed on the jury. He had spent the last 14 months behind bars for the murder of a billionaire executive, a crime prosecutors insisted he committed. The headlines had already convicted him long before the trial began. Black ex-employee charged in millionaire's brutal murder. To millions watching on television, Marcus wasn't an innocent man fighting for justice. He was already guilty. Marcus had grown up on the south side of Chicago, raised by his grandmother after his mother died from cancer when he was 11. Quiet, intelligent, and hardworking, he earned a scholarship to study computer engineering before landing a cybersecurity position at one of America's largest pharmaceutical companies, North River Biotech. For 3 years, Marcus built a reputation as one of the company's brightest security analysts, until he discovered something he was never supposed to see. While conducting routine security audits, Marcus noticed encrypted financial transfers hidden inside backup servers. Millions of dollars were disappearing through shell corporations connected to senior executives. When he quietly reported the irregularities to his supervisor, he was told to leave financial matters to management. A week later, he was reassigned. Another week later, he was fired. Official reason: violation of company policy. Marcus suspected retaliation but had no proof. He moved on, or so he thought. 2 months after losing his job, North River's chief financial officer, Richard Hawthorne, was found murdered inside his luxury penthouse. He had been stabbed multiple times. The safe containing confidential company records had been emptied. Surveillance footage from the building mysteriously stopped recording for exactly 17 minutes. Police announced they had only one suspect, Marcus Ellison. According to investigators, Marcus had motive. He had recently been terminated. His fingerprints were found inside the penthouse. His phone had allegedly connected to a nearby cell tower. His DNA was discovered beneath Hawthorne's fingernails. The evidence seemed overwhelming. Marcus insisted he had never entered the building. Nobody believed him. Detectives questioned him for 16 straight hours. No lawyer, no sleep, no family. Investigators repeatedly insisted they already knew the truth. Eventually, Marcus signed a statement he barely remembered reading. The media called it a confession. His attorney called it psychological exhaustion. As the trial began, prosecutors painted Marcus as an angry former employee seeking revenge. They displayed photographs of the crime scene. Blood-covered marble floors, broken glass, a toppled chair. Jurors watched in horror. Then came the forensic evidence. DNA, phone records, fingerprints, financial disputes. Every witness seemed to push Marcus closer toward a life sentence. Even worse, former co-workers testified they had heard Marcus complain about management weeks before his arrest. One even claimed Marcus once said, "They'll regret what they did to me." The courtroom gasped. Marcus shook his head. "I never said that." But nobody cared. Outside the courthouse, protesters demanded justice for Richard Hawthorne. News commentators described Marcus as dangerous. Social media dug through old photographs searching for anything to support the narrative. Every mistake he'd ever made became national news. A teenage arrest for trespassing, a traffic ticket, even a photo of Marcus holding a licensed hunting rifle during a camping trip spread across television screens. Each story made conviction seem inevitable. Only one person refused to give up: defense investigator Rachel Moreno. Unlike everyone else, Rachel didn't focus on Marcus. She focused on the evidence. Something felt manufactured. She noticed every critical piece of forensic evidence had passed through the same private laboratory, a lab frequently contracted by North River Biotech. Then she uncovered something impossible. The DNA sample allegedly found beneath Hawthorne's fingernails had never been photographed before collection. There was no chain of custody video, no independent witness, no body camera footage, nothing. The evidence simply appeared. Rachel subpoenaed maintenance records from the apartment building. Buried inside thousands of digital logs was something investigators had overlooked: The surveillance cameras hadn't malfunctioned. Someone had remotely disabled them using administrator credentials. Those credentials belonged not to Marcus, but to Ethan Cross, North River's vice president of corporate security. Cross claimed he'd been overseas during the murder. Travel records appeared to confirm it. Case closed. Except, Rachel discovered his passport had never actually been scanned when leaving the country. Someone inside airport security had manually entered his departure. The electronic immigration system showed no biometric confirmation. Cross had never left Chicago. The courtroom grew tense as Rachel's discovery unfolded. Then came the biggest surprise. A junior accountant named Lisa Carter walked into court under federal witness protection. She had remained silent for nearly 2 years. Now, she was ready to testify. With tears in her eyes, Lisa revealed North River executives had been stealing billions through fraudulent research contracts. Richard Hawthorne had planned to expose everyone. The board decided he had become a liability. Corporate security arranged the murder. Marcus became the perfect scapegoat. Young, black, recently fired, already frustrated with management. Easy for the public to believe. Evidence had been planted inside police custody with help from a corrupt forensic consultant receiving secret payments from company executives. The courtroom erupted. Federal investigators immediately arrested Ethan Cross. Hours later, search warrants uncovered encrypted emails discussing creating a stronger suspect. One email chilled everyone. The public will never question him. They'll see exactly what we want them to see. Another listed instructions for manipulating security footage. A third outlined payments to falsify forensic reports. Marcus hadn't merely been framed. The entire case had been engineered. After 14 months in jail, Marcus walked free. But freedom didn't erase what had been taken. He had lost his apartment, his career, his savings, his reputation. Friends disappeared. Neighbors avoided him. His grandmother died before seeing him released. The last conversation they shared happened through scratched prison glass. Marcus never stopped replaying it. Months later, the federal trial exposed one of the largest corporate cover-ups in American history. 7 executives received lengthy prison sentences. 2 federal investigators resigned. 3 forensic specialists lost their licenses. The police department publicly apologized. The district attorney admitted serious failures in the investigation. Marcus received a multimillion-dollar settlement. Reporters called it justice. Marcus disagreed. "No amount of money buys back stolen time," he told cameras. Years later, Marcus founded a non-profit organization that provided legal and forensic assistance to people claiming wrongful convictions. His first client? A 19-year-old college student accused using manipulated digital evidence. Marcus smiled sadly. "I know what it feels like when everyone decides you're guilty before hearing your side." The courtroom where he had once waited to be condemned became the place where he fought for others. Even today, one mystery remains unsolved. Richard Hawthorne's encrypted hard drive, the device believed to contain every name involved in the corruption scheme, was never recovered. Despite hundreds of searches and years of investigation, it simply vanished. Some investigators believe it was destroyed. Others believe someone still possesses it. Waiting, watching, knowing that the full truth has never been told. Because sometimes the biggest crime isn't the murder itself. It's the story powerful people convince the world to believe.